My boyfriend is negotiating my needs after cheating. So my long-term boyfriend cheated on me with one of his guy friends. I'm still deciding whether to continue the relationship. I ask him what steps he would take to rebuild my trust. He asks me what I would need. I tell him that, until he regains my trust, I would want him to 1. Cut off all contact with the person he cheated with. 2. Tell me every time he makes a gay male friend, and show me his messages with them if I asked. And 3. Talk to a therapist about what happened. He agrees to 1, and 2. Then, he sighs, saying that he feels like I'm forcing him to therapy. I tell him it's his choice, to which he says, well, it'd be that or breaking up, implying that I'm not really giving him a choice. I repeat that I'm not forcing him, I'm stating what I would need to continue the relationship. I ask him if he would be more willing to go to couples therapy and he says yes. He then says, in what I think is a sarcastic tone, would you want me to start sharing my location, too? I say that actually would be helpful, and I say that I would ask that, 4. If he were to hang out with another gay guy, I would want him to share his location. He asks for how long I would want this, if after a month, or if it would take 2 months, I would still need him to do all these things. I tell him that I don't know, because I can't put a timeline on rebuilding trust. He says that he's not placing a timeline on it, but he wants to still have agency in our relationship. Am I asking for too much? Just dump him. You are not asking too much, but from his reaction he is figuring out how long before he can cheat again. I think it might be best to end it. He doesn't seem to see that he needs to work on himself to build back the trust. You are not asking too much. It's on him to rebuild the trust, not you, and seriously, if he can't put in the work on his own, then he'll never be able to rebuild what you once had. The only thing you have to do for this relationship is what is right for you. From what I read, he doesn't sound remorseful. I'm not saying he isn't, just from what I read he doesn't sound it. And really he should be begging you to make things better, not trying to dictate terms. He should be telling you the steps he will take to rebuild, not ask you what he can do to make you feel better. That just pushes the responsibility onto you to fix it, not him. He sucks. You're turning yourself into his warden. That's a lot of added stress just to make sure he respects you. Move on. You're actually asking for bare minimum basic requirements. He's trying to negotiate it down to 0 requirements. Tell him it's okay. You've thought about it and the person he cheated on you with is welcome to have him. Don't bother. My husband refuses to use protection. What do I do? I have been married to my husband for about 3-4 years and have had an issue with this topic for a while. My husband, refuses to wear protection and has the all or nothing mindset. For a long time I wasn't bothered with this, as I am on a birth control that is in my arm and can't be messed with. I still am. However, if you are in the States you will know that anything regarding autonomy is slipping out of the hands of anyone with a female reproductive system. So, to be on the safe side, I am starting to require protection. I should also mention that we are in no financial place, or mental, honestly, for a child. My husband heavily disagrees with this and constantly pushes to not use them. He won't even buy them. What do I even do? Is this the same husband in your post history who left you outside in cold weather and pushed you and pulled your hair? Don't sleep with him? This isn't a hard solution. If you don't want a kid, use protection, and if he doesn't want to use it, then don't sleep with him. Given your post history, divorce that abusive douchebag. Refuse sex. That's what you do. Because if he already puts up a fight to use protection, then he will definitely run for the hills and leave you with the consequences of said non-existent protection. Leave him. He doesn't treat you the way a loving spouse would treat someone they actually valued or cared for. Your post history, combined with this one, tells us all we need to know. He will not change, so you need to change your circumstances and leave him. Don't have sex with him. I, 40 male, am dating a black woman, 42 female, and her baby daddy hates white men. Last night after our third date, this woman I'm dating explained to me that the father of her 7-year-old son is going to be pissed TF off when he finds out she is dating a white man. When I asked how big of a problem it might be, she said, "There's a chance he'll get physically aggressive about it." On one hand, my first thought is, fuck him. But then I started thinking about the possibility of how this might negatively affect her son. We are so early in the relationship that me cutting it off now wouldn't be dramatic or anything like that, but I absolutely hate the idea that racism might win here. I'm not sure what to do because I really like this woman and she's wonderful in every way. I'm just not sure I want to sign up for this kind of potential drama. Laughing my ass off. WTF. Racism might win, dude, who cares? You are entitled to care about your safety and not have to deal with this. Would you be happy to embrace this risk of fights, or worse, if she was white and her white ex had a problem with her dating you? It's stupid to not see the extra baggage as the problem that it is because you are under some sort of delusion of seeing that as you opposing racism. I would not be dealing with this. Way too much baggage for 3 dates. Black man here. Bro, just date the woman. Her baby daddy has nothing to do with it. That's none of his business. Tears of joy, tears of joy. Be on guard though. Why do you want to risk yourself and your kids to this drama? My mom dated a guy with an aggressive ex when I was 7 and I can tell you that I still remember the fights and them scream at each others. Is there a situation in which you'll need to interact with this man? She has a lot of baggage and a fucked up co-parenting situation. If you don't want to sign up for that, then let her know now. It sounds like a lot of unnecessary drama for a woman you just met. Boyfriend has a breakdown every time I show any negative emotions. My 19F boyfriend, 19M, always has a breakdown if I show any kind of negative emotion. A couple of examples. 2 days ago I was having trouble with the app. I tried sending him money, but it didn't work quite well. I said, I hate this app so much, always causing problems. He started crying and saying he was sorry over and over. I told him it's not his fault, and that it's okay, I just dislike this app. But he didn't stop. Today, all was okay. We were playing a game together, and he grabbed me, causing me to lose. What? Why did you grab me? He said that 2 other players had left, so there was no point in trying, we weren't going to win. Alright. I didn't see that. Just because I questioned him, he started saying sorry and crying. I don't understand. It makes me feel like a horrible girlfriend. It makes me feel as if he is scared of me, but why? He acts as if I've treated him horribly and I'm raging. But that's not it at all. He gets like that over any little thing and it makes me so sad. It's even worse when I try my best to just move on and assure him it's okay, but nothing works. I feel so useless. He says sorry and that he is very happy with me, but that he also has emotions. I don't know what to do. I feel terrible not being able to show even sadness to him. Any little thing triggers him. Please, how do I put a stop to this? He makes me feel like an abusive partner, but why? I don't treat him bad. It makes me so sad. I want to be able to show when I am sad or angry. I am inclined to wonder whether he was raised in an abusive household and has sustained a lot of trauma. Just that he acts like someone who is used to over-the-top reactions and outbursts and gets really scared as if he's going to be in trouble. Your boyfriend is either in desperate need of therapy, or he is manipulating you. The app anecdote has me leaning toward the therapy. Ask him directly what is going on and whether he is in therapy for this, because it isn't normal, and you can't fairly be expected to tiptoe around his irrational fragility forever. Therapy seems necessary. There isn't really anything you can do other than encourage him to get into therapy. It wouldn't surprise me if he has trauma in his background. As others are saying, this isn't your fault. This is his own trauma and anxiety. He doesn't know how to respond to healthy expressions of negative emotions, likely because he's never experienced them from others. It's similar to people who don't know how to have healthy conflict when they come from abusive backgrounds where they are verbally or physically beaten into submission when they disagree with someone else. Too many parents have a "it's my way" or a beating conflict resolution style. He needs a lot of therapy because he needs a professional to help him unpack everything and understand his trauma responses. This may be well above your pay grade. Or Reddit's. Bottom line, you aren't doing anything wrong. Don't let yourself be consumed by guilt. That only compounds the problem. Is this the same guy in your post history that whipped his dick out while you were crying and then got angry at you for not going along with it?